Good morning everyone, welcome again. Today we will discuss perceptual constancies in chapter 5. So let's start. Perceptual constancy. The sensory information that we receive from our environment constantly changes as we move around, yet we form a stable perception of an object seen from any position in any intensity of light. Perception of objects as relatively stable in spite of changes in the stimulation of sensory receptors is called perceptual constancy. As you can see on screen, perceptual constancy refers to the tendency to perceive an object as remaining stable and unchanging, means constant, despite any changes that may occur to the image cast on the retina. That is perceptual constancy. So we will discuss three types of perceptual constancy further. So first one is in this shape constancy. Shape constancies in our perception, the shapes of familiar objects remain unchanged despite changes in the pattern of retinal image resulting from differences in their orientation. For example, a dinner plate looks the same shape whether the image that it casts on the retina is a circle or an ellipse or roughly a short line. If the plate is viewed from the edge, it is also called from form constancy. So perceiving object as unchanging even as illumination, retinal images change. So perceptual constancies include constancies of shape and size. As you can see here, example of door, that is shape constancy. Next one is size constancy. The size of an image on our retina changes with the change in the distance of object from the eye. The further away it is, the smaller is the image. On the other hand, our experience shows that within limits the object appears to be about the same size irrespective of its distance. For example, when you approach your friend from the distance, your perception of a friend's size does not change, much despite the fact that the retinal image on retina becomes larger. This tendency for the perceived size of object to remain relatively unchanged with the changes in their distance from the observer and the size of the retinal image is called size constancy. Stable size perception amid changing size of the stimuli. We know the one car is just further away but still the same size. That is size constancy. Next one is brightness constancy and lightness constancy. Brightness constancy, visual objects not only appear constant in their shape and size, they also appear constant in their degree of whiteness, grayness, blackness, even though the amount of physical energy reflected from them changes considerably in other order. Our experience of brightness does not change in the spite of changes in the amount of reflected light reaching our eyes. The tendency to maintain apparent brightness constant under different amount of illumination is called brightness constancy. For example, surface of a paper which appears white in the sunlight is still perceived as white in the room light. Similarly, coal that looks black in the sun also looks black in the room light. That is brightness or lightness constancy. The color and brightness of square A and B are the same, as you can see here. So it enables us to perceive an object as having a constant lightness even when the light that falls on it changes. Next topic is illusion. Our perception are not always vertical. Sometimes we fail to interpret the sensory information correctly. This results in a mismatch between the physical stimuli and its perception. This misperception resulting from misinterpretation of information received by our sense organs are generally known as illusion. These are experienced more or less by all of us. They result from an external stimulus situation and generate the same kind of experience in each individual. That's why illusions are also called primitive organization. Although illusions can be experienced by the stimulation of any of our senses, psychologists have studied them more commonly in the visual than in the other sense modalities. Some perceptual illusions are universal, found in all individuals. For example, the rail track appears to be converging to all of us. These illusions are called universal illusion or permanent illusion, as they do not change with experience or practice. Some other illusions seem to vary from individual to individual. These are called personal illusions. And we will discuss here about visual illusions. Two types of visual illusion. First is geometrical illusion and apparent movement illusion. We will discuss. So illusion is something that looks or seems different from what it is, something that is false or not real, but that seems to be true or real. An illusion is a distortion of the senses, how the brain normally organizes and interprets sensory stimulation. In short, a false idea or belief or deceptive appearance. Here is about geometrical illusion that was given by Mueller-Lyer illusion has been shown. All of us perceive line A and line B. Line A as shorter than line B. As you can see on screen, although both the lines are equal. This illusion is experienced even by children. There are some studies that suggest that even animals experience this illusion more or less like us. Besides Mueller-Lyer illusion, several other visual illusions are experienced by human beings. Also birds, animals. You can see the illusion of vertical and horizontal lines also. Although both the lines are equal, but we perceive the vertical line as longer than the horizontal line. So that's it for today. Next time we will discuss apparent movement illusion and social cultural influence on perception. Thank you.